Hey guys, welcome back into Legacy. I know it has been a while since I've done anything on the channel. I've really been kind of figuring out what I wanted the future of Legacy to be, um, including with the podcast. I'm retooling that. I had a good conversation with somebody today about what we should be doing with that. Um, that being said, I've got a couple things I want to talk about as far as the channel goes. First off, I'm going to address kind of an elephant because I can see it in my camera. I know my lighting sucks right now, guys. My lamp right here is broken. I got to replace it. Have not had time or energy or money to do that yet. I'm just going to get a nice little desk lamp over here that'll give me a little personal light, be a little easier to use, a little um, less likely to break and everything else. Hopefully, that's the goal. Get a couple of desk lamps, get them working. Um, that being said, I know there's some lighting issues right now, so forgive me for lighting issues. Can't do anything about them right now. That being said, so a couple of quick things I just want to address as far as what I'm envisioning for the channel, and what I'm envisioning for Legacy going forward, both as the type of games I'm intending to run going forward, the type of hobby that I'm wanting to enjoy, um, and I just kind of in general. An update to the channel, and then my goal will be I'd like to get a video out once every other week, and then I would like to be able to do the podcast on the alternate weeks. Um, that all being said, can't guarantee that's going to happen, but we're going to see what we can do about doing that. Um, and I'll figure all the dates and times out later as I start working with some other people, trying to figure out the right way to approach everything. Okay, so I'm going to start with something that's been eating at me for about 6 months now. It's something that I have desperately been trying to do. So I'm going to preface this by saying I don't do New Year's resolutions, but I definitely do look at um, things that I can improve on in my life to make myself happier, more productive, more constructive. Um, not only uh, in like the TTRPG space, but I'm talking about as a general rule. My goal for this year is to become less political, less drama focused, less focused on nonsense, and just enjoy what's right in front of me. Um, so that being said, does not mean that I'm going to suddenly change my opinions on certain issues or change how I view certain companies because suddenly I'm having this change of heart. There are companies that have definitely written themselves out of my budgets and out of my plans for future when it comes to tabletop because of the way they've behaved. Um, but the way that I'm going to handle it going forward is, as I said it today, when I was having a conversation with somebody, I'm just going to do it quietly, guys. There's no need to be vocal about it. I don't have to plant a flag and let everyone know what's going on. Um, I I don't think anyone cares what I think politically or socially, which is fair. You shouldn't. Gonna be honest with you, you shouldn't care what I think. Yeah, it's you know, at the end of the day, politics and social concerns are inherently personal, um, and inherently subjective to what you view and how you view things. So just enjoy what you enjoy. Um, I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm not going to tell you what companies you should vote with your wallet for, or any of that nonsense. That's done. I'm done trying to do that. I've done that in the past. I'm very vocal about how I feel about certain companies. I'm done with it. Um, that's not my job. My job is to have fun and to enjoy the hobby the way I know how. That's all there is to it. I'm just not going to say the other way. That's all there is to it. I'm just trying to enjoy the hobbies that I have, whether that be a card game, a miniatures game, a board game, an RPG, video game, a movie, whatever. I'm going to enjoy what I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy it because it's enjoyable. And if it's not enjoyable, I'm not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be based off of the politics or the drama generated by the people creating it or any of that nonsense. Plenty of people I disagree with create great products. Um, I can give you real world examples. Not that I need to, but there are real world examples out there that I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get involved with it anymore. That is a big change for me coming up. Something I'm going to have to work hard on because I have been geared that way for so long. But I am done with it. I am done being one of those YouTube channels and one of those podcasters and those people that constantly has to thrive off of clickbait and off of drama farming and all the crap that involves. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it anymore. I am going to enjoy what I enjoy. If you disagree with me, that is fine. If you disagree with something I like, that is fine. We can be adults. We can have legitimate disagreements about, you know, the the people involved, the companies, the philosophy behind the companies, all that, and we can still be friends. Um, that is the end of the day. That's what we can do. And if I'm going to be exceedingly blunt here about this issue, if you can't accept that I don't want to be involved in that clickbaity drama farming nonsense, use the door. I don't want you around. I'm not going to get in arguments with people over who's right or wrong socially, politically, emotionally. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do it. The game, the games are too much uh, fun for me. They've been fun for me for a long time, and I think what's really happened is this politicization has created polarization, which has really kind of sucked the enjoyment out of the hobby for me. It's really made it hard for me to truly engage and enjoy the hobby the way I have for the past 30 years. The last couple of years, I'd say last 3 to 5 years, have sucked the previous 25 years of enjoyment completely out. And I'm done with it. I'm done. That's all there is to it. I'm done. So, that being said, what do I intend to do with the channel? That's an important question. I think we could all answer. Um, I am going to turn this channel into an obscure, esoteric game channel. I I have been told this by several people. I have been, people point this out to me all the time. I kind of, it's a half joke most of the time, but it's not really. Um, I enjoy a lot of esoteric small games. I enjoy a lot of games that nobody else talks about. I enjoy a lot of games nobody else plays. Uh, I love, just in general, I love games that have been dead for years in some cases. Um, and I love the fact that these games exist. And I think that the best thing for this hobby, uh, to fight the polarization that some of these companies have created, is not to bitch and moan. It's to expose people to alternatives, even dead alternatives uh, that are enjoyable, strictly, purely enjoyable. Me and Lord Mattias just did a video today. He's going to be editing it. Should be coming out in the next couple of days. Um, please go check out his channel and sub. Dude's awesome. I love his games. I love him as a person. He's an awesome guy to talk to. Very knowledgeable. Second watch is a lot of fun to watch, even though it's a little late at night on Fridays, so I don't always get to make it all the way through. But I typically am up till about midnight hanging out with him, but when I'm on at all. But we were talking today about 5 obscure games that we loved, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's what I want the channel to be. I want it to come about obscure games. I want it to come about reviewing obscure games, talking about alternatives to modern games that exist. Not necessarily because the modern game is bad, but because they're older games that do very similar things, or really grandfathered the original games. A great example of that is Wallmaster standard system in second edition is the basis. RMSS and RM2 is the basis for Rollmaster Unlimited. Uh, doesn't mean Unlimited is bad. I own the books for Unlimited. Wish I had them in hard copy. I had to buy them in PDF. Long story. I'm not buying them in hard copy right now because they're expensive. It's none other. But they're excellent game. That it's still worth talking about RMSS every now and again and discussing the merits of RMSS and why RMSS still works, even if you like RMU. There's nothing wrong with RMU. There's nothing wrong. The same thing is true if I want to talk about second edition D&D. There's nothing wrong with talking about the merits of second edition D&D as if later editions didn't have some merit to them. It's just I enjoy second edition. There's a lot to it. That's where I cut my teeth. And there's still a lot of merit to playing second edition if you're willing to try it, anyways. But yeah, so that's really the goal of this channel is going to be kind of turning away from the drama llama, turn away from the politics, turn away from the politicization, the polarization, the infighting in the hobby. And I want this to be a channel where no matter what your politics are, no matter what your social views are, no matter what your worldview is about any issue, you can feel comfortable coming to the channel, watching videos to find out about old and obscure games uh, and alternative games, leaving comments, leaving behind information, whether it be asking questions, whether it be telling me your own experience with the game, whatever, and really, uh, to be blunt, just enjoy yourself in the hobby rather than worry that somebody is judging you based on what you think. That being said, all of these things being said, I'm going to say something to kind of close this out. I want this to be clear. If you come into the comment section with the intent of turning it into one of those things, turning it into social justice, turning it into a debate on the patriarchy or whatever, um, I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to keep those comments on my channel. I'm not going to allow that to fester. That is a good way to destroy a channel. That's a good way to destroy community. Those comments will be deleted. My standard 3 rules will always apply. No ad hominems, no picking fights, and absolutely positively, I'm not reading your college dissertations. Which means leave short comments, guys. By short, I don't mean necessarily 5 words. I'm talking like a couple sentences is okay. When you start leaving 1,000 words, I'm not reading it. Sorry, guys. I've read enough, 1,500 word essays in my lifetime to choke a mule. Um, so all those things being said, guys, I hope everyone appreciates kind of what I'm hoping to angle for with this kind of changeover, um, and really appreciates what I'm hoping to do. Because, like I said, guys, uh, I do think gaming should be open to everybody. I do think anyone who legitimately wants to be part of the hobby should be part of the hobby, even if they have fun in ways that I don't particularly have fun. But all things being equal, um, if you are one of those people where you can't handle that, you have to be a drama llama, you have to bait, you have to rage bait. And I don't care if you're on the right, I don't care if you're on the left, I don't care. I don't want it on my channel. I don't want it around my channel. I don't want it in my comments. And I don't want it with my co-host, anyone I bring on here to do interviews or anything. I don't want to do it. I just want to talk about the games. I want to talk about the hobby. I want to talk about what I'm into. And God willing, I know this is a big ask, you guys will help me build a little bit of a base to appreciate some of these older games, some of these obscure games, many of which are out of print and stuff. So anyways, guys, appreciate you taking time to listen, and hopefully you guys keep having fun, and we do hope to see you guys around the game table.